Okay, so I know, so it's kind of last minute and not consistent. So I'm here in cartoon form so I can record this for you. But I wanted to get caught up real quick. I am here. I'm still working, but I have taken a part-time flex kind of gig. So I'm working and kind of filling in for people when they're out or anyway, it doesn't make a lot of sense my schedule right now, but I'm hoping it will eventually. And so I'm learning a bunch of new stuff and I'm exhausted and trying to do a bunch of other things on top of what I was already doing. So if I seem um like I'm not here as much, I'm not, but I'm trying to be. I'm trying to get back on a schedule where I can work on everything. Anyway, I'll keep you posted on all of that. I really just wanted to touch base. We haven't had a Zoom all together in a little while, and I want to get back on with that, back on track. I wanted to talk about a couple things coming up. You saw I shared today that they have a sale on the serum starting tomorrow, which is it's good news in a couple of ways. So I just wanted to throw this out there. Like they have gotten our feedback on the container that the serum comes in. It's like a little bit hard to get out. So I know that if we get through the first batch, we might see a different container. So maybe this is a way of them helping us get through that batch. That's my thought. And also, it's a great way to, grab one for yourself for samples, or if you didn't grab one before, you could grab one now for yourself. Let your customers know it's going to be on sale. I love the serum. I think it's a great product. So I'm excited that that's going to be our first sale product. What else? Don't forget about the $19 join special that's happening just this month. So if you know somebody that wants to build a second line of income, wants to get in on a ground floor opportunity, let them know about it. And don't hold back just because you think they might not be interested. Let other people decide. I've always shared that with my teams, and that is don't make the decision for other people. Let them know that it's only $19 to join right now. You know what I mean? Let them know. Don't be stingy with it. You could change somebody's life. And then I was talking to Stacy before we started recording that I want to coordinate a local meetup. So I'm going to get with Stacy, look at a couple of dates, and I'm bringing that up because I was so lucky enough to meet up with Allison last week, and we talked about a couple of things that we're going to discuss here in a minute. But it was such great interaction to be with somebody face to face that I want to bring that back for all of us. So we'll see a Nacho Average meeting coming up soon, 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 soon. So be on the lookout for that. So Allison, since I already started that conversation, I think in the past we've talked about Allison's launch party, and she got a lot of interaction in her launch party, and she basically laid it all out and copy pasted it into her Facebook group that she already had. And she had her party all put together. She talked about the products. She had, like I said, some interaction. She did a fabulous job, and I commended her for that already. But what I did do for all of us is I asked her if she could share that with the rest of us. So she has put everything into a board, and I sent it over to Maria, who put it in our shared boards app. So there's a link now to what Allison had already put together and has shared into boards for us to use. So you can go into boards, copy everything out of it, and create your own party and do it on any platform since it's on boards, right? Allison, do you have any special tips for anybody using that boards app?
Yeah, can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. I am old school and like paper, so I actually had it written out which posts that I wanted to copy and paste next so that when that day came, I didn't have to um feel panicked about okay, what did I already post? What is next? And so I wrote that out and I am happy to um write that and share it so that, because I don't think in the boards, it doesn't really say like post 1, post 2, or how I did that layout, but just having that kind of written in front of me so that once I got done with my live, it was like, okay, the next thing I'm going to post is this product or standards and things like that. And so I'm happy to share that if that would be helpful.
That would be so wonderful. I'm thinking about all of us being so busy. I mean, everybody I know on this team is doing more than one thing. They're working, they're raising kids, Stacy's at a game. I know you're on your way home from work today. Right. So we're all doing all these things. So the more that we can collaborate and work on things together. So even if you're coming in and watching this later, if you have an idea that's worked for you, something that you've already done, and you're willing to share, let us know. That's what the work group is about too. The Facebook work group is collaboration. Let's make it easier on all of us by bringing all of our work together. So I don't even know how to describe, like, it just takes it's such a relief for all of us and takes a load off all of us. And like Allison said, she didn't have to stress about what she was going to post because she already knew what she was going to post. And I think that is so helpful for anybody with a busy life. So I really, really appreciate you sharing that, Allison. And if you could share the verbiage, that would be amazing. And if we need to move it from boards to Facebook or whatever we need to do, just let me know and we'll make it happen.
Perfect.
Something else that Alice and I talked about, and we've only done maybe 1 or 2 of these in our group chat, was boosting each other's posts. Allison, can you go ahead and explain what boosting is and then what the advantage of it is?
So boosting, I think I've asked for a boost a few times in our groups, is where you just go in and make a comment on someone's post or hit the like button and comment. And ideally, you would have between 5 and 10 comments within the first 30 minutes. And that just boosts the social media algorithm to make that post pop up in your feed for more of your friends to see. And so by boosting each other's posts, even if it's just like, oh my gosh, I love that. It doesn't have to be a long sentence. It can just be a quick heart emoji underneath that. But the more comments there are, the quicker it's going to show up in your friend's feed. And so I think that is a really great thing that we can do for each other. If you're feeling like, man, I really need to know that people are seeing this, just shout out in the group and ask for, hey, can you do a quick boost? And I think that has helped me quite a bit. And so that's just something that we could do for each other.
I've done it in the past. That's why I kind of had brought it up before. So if you see somebody in the chat say, please boost my post, just follow the link to her post and comment on that post. And we can do this for customers too that might be doing a review for you, or there's so many different things we can do with it. And a trick that I learned by boosting posts is if you have enough people commenting, and of course we won't at first, as we grow, we will have more and more people available to comment. But if you are getting those comments and you let it rest for a little bit, if you come back later and comment on the comments, it'll reboost the post.
Yes, it will repost it on a timeline, even if it was from weeks ago.
My friend did it from a post 10 years ago this morning, was in her memories, and now it's in my feed.
Yes.
So that's kind of cool to see that happen too. And it's just getting your info out there. Facebook is any social media platform now is so crazy about who's going to see what you're posting. Any help that any of us can give each other and receive it's amazing to be able to do that. So I wanted to talk a little bit more about that because Allison has a little experience with boosting posts, and some of you might already as well, but some of us might not know what it is. So I just wanted to clarify why we're asking for it. So thanks, Allison. I can't wait
Yes.
for you guys to all meet each other in person too if you're local. So that was really fun getting together. Okay, so that was
Did
posting
you
post.
also want me to talk about the visits associated with those
Yes.
posts? So in your back office, depending on how much time you've spent there, there is a tab under your dashboard for visits. And something I've noticed is that even if people aren't necessarily commenting on your posts for social media, they're seeing them. And how I know that is because if you go to that visits tab, they actually have a wonderful breakdown and tell you where people are coming from to see your site. If it was a referral through Facebook or Instagram or a direct link that they decided to click on your link and go check it out for themselves. But I think that just kind of reiterated for me, like, because I'd see those visits and I'd be like, oh, I have 12. And then the next day I'd have 25. And so it's like, where are these people coming from? I didn't have 13 people comment on a post, but they're definitely seeing them. And so just keep that in mind. If you're someone like me and likes to look at data and numbers, it's a good thing to just kind of check in with and see which platform is also most beneficial for you as well.
I love that particular point, is figuring out what platform is going to work best for you. Allison, when you did that, were you posting your link as part of your post or as your comments?
I've done both, and I can't tell you which one has generated more. In my personal page, I tend to post a link with my post, and then in my private page, I usually do a link below in the comments.
Okay.
But that would be something, if you post your link in the comments, then you're commenting on your own, and that can be one more comment that posts things to an algorithm. So I don't know if anyone else has more experience with that or not, but
I think we're going to have to perform an experiment.
yeah.
Okay, well, thank you, Allison. I almost forgot about that data stuff, so thanks for bringing that up.
Yes.
I knew I was forgetting something because I forgot it when we were meeting. Okay, so speaking of that dashboard, I want to make sure everybody knows that when you click in there, I'm trying to think if it's in your main dashboard. I think it's when you very first log in and you scroll down a little bit, your referral link is there. And if you want to direct traffic to a certain page or a certain product, there's a drop down there where you can choose where you want to send people. So if you haven't looked at that, it's kind of handy, so that instead of just sending your direct link to the website, you are sending a direct link to the bundle or the product, or even just the page, like the join page. It will go directly to that specific thing and not just your website for somebody to have to look around. So that is in there. I just wanted to remind you guys to take a look at that. I love it personally because somebody wants to take a look at the bundle that I'm sharing this week, then I can send a direct link to the bundle. I think that's so convenient for people. That's almost it. I wanted to say I'm working on something that I heard about in a meeting last week with the home office, and that was somebody is doing a group challenge for their team, and we're thinking about doing it as a company, but I haven't heard anything about it. So I thought, I think we should do this ourselves. So I'm working on a group challenge, and it's possibly going to be a wash your face kind of challenge. So like 5 or 7 days of a challenge to learn more about skincare, to wash your face every day, to report back. I'm kind of kicking that around right now, and I think it'd be really fun for us to all work together in one group to do that. There'll be prizes, that kind of thing. It should be lots of fun as we learn more about the product and how to share it with our customers. So I'm working on that, but it's in the very baby stages. So we'll see. Hopefully next time we meet back up, I will have some more information on that. Or they'll have it put together at home office already. So we'll see what happens. Other than that, I think that's it. I just wanted to check in, see how everybody's doing, see if you need help with anything. If you have questions, feel free to ask in the group chat or send me a direct message. I don't know. Do you guys have any questions or suggestions at this point, Stacy or Allison? Allison's shared a lot already today. And Stacy is very windblown watching the game. There she is.
No, I'm just hanging out. I think for me, it was hard to get started because product was so slow at getting out.
Yeah.
And so I ordered, today I ordered the bundle to use as samples. Because then it's like, part of me is like, I had to use the stuff first before I could really, get it out there. I had to have a buy-in to it. And so I ordered that, and then I ordered on Amazon, they're little containers you would fill, but they're not containers, are like heat sealed at the ends. So it reminded me more of like the Posh samples where you would tear it open.
Were they foil or are they the Laycons?
They're foil.
Okay. Well,
So I ordered those.
My
to kind of
experience with foil was pretty hardcore over here. So let me know if yours works better.
Yeah, I don't know, because I was like, I've always just, been able to buy samples when I was with Posh.
Yeah.
And I never really made any samples. So I was like, well, I'm going to give this a shot. So once all that comes in, I will play around with it. But I was like, I want something that I can mail.
Yes.
Without the screw on jar style.
Well, I figured that the jar style would work better as a local gift, or even a prize if you want a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
Could be a prize for somebody too. So let me know what your thoughts are on the foil. Allison, did you do this? You did the screw tops too, didn't you? Did you do the screw tops or the? Okay. And I think they're really pretty when you do it that way, and you've got the label and you've got it on the top of the little jar. Pretty. And I think that the foil ones, they look really pretty too if you put them all together in a nice little packaging and mail them. But I did have one gal that received hers and it still got squished and it leaked. So make sure you put those inside of a little zipper bag too.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
I did. I've mailed 2 sets of the containers because I got the 1 ounce size. And I have a really strong clear Scotch tape and I put a little strip on the side, and I'll reach out again to the last gal that I sent them to, but I haven't had any leak yet.
Okay, good. That's good to know. Well, definitely hang on, we got somebody. Good question. Anyway, so I lost my train of thought there, but let me know, both of you, what your experience is with leakage on the samples. I was sad to hear that mine, probably just because it went as an envelope and not a package, that it probably had to go through a bunch of machines. Yeah, so that's probably what happened. That's all I could think of. I was sad to hear, because then she's like, I have this white stuff that's all over my package and I can't tell her which one it is because I can't see it. So I don't know if it's the moisturizer or the cleanser that happened to leak in the package. So just be aware that even if you do a foil, make sure they're inside something else that's sealed so it doesn't.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
I think the other thing I shared with Allison, hi Maria, was while we might not have all of these products, the skincare products right away, they are going to release skincare tools. So we're going to see some tools coming along as we get into the summer months too, so that we'll have some other new fun things to play around with. As we're waiting for some of that other stuff to come in. I don't know what they are yet. They haven't let me know, but I just wanted to let you know that they're coming. They're doing some fun stuff for us. And I
Awesome.
did, oh, I'll take a picture. I did win another bar of soap. And it's
What?
the air one. I won one doing the 1000, the part of the 1000 challenge. So I got one of those, the demos. So I will take a picture and show you guys. It smells so good. It
Does
smells
it?
better than I thought it would.
I'm so excited.
And it looks like there's little chunks of lavender in there. And if you know my Posh journey, I love that stuff. Like you can see those ingredients and smell them. Oh, so good. I can't wait for you guys to see those. When we do the meetup, I'll bring both of them because that's my second one. So I'll bring
Awesome.
for the local meetup and figure out how to maybe you'll do a challenging giveaway part of one. I can't give the whole thing away. That would be crazy of me. But I could. I still have a soap cutter from my way back in the early days of my Posh journey. So
I probably have one of those somewhere too.
I could probably cut off a hunk. Anyway, it smells so good, and I was so surprised to be a winner. I can't wait for you guys to get those scents in for your sniffers because man, it is good. So good.
Is there a timeline on the hand creams?
They said May.
Okay.
So I'm hoping that the perfect packaging is coming along with that too, because I love this packaging for the cleanser and the moisturizer. I love the bamboo lid is so cool. And
The only thing is that it's hard in the shower sometimes. Because I
oh,
wash my face in the shower, so then it's like your hands are slippery. And then I've noticed that I don't know if it's the gravity of the cleanser. It's like you get more than what you need.
Do you shake it before you squish it?
I don't think I did.
Try shaking it and come back and let us know what happens.
I will.
Shaking it up. And then I wonder if the heat from the shower thins it out a little bit.
That might be.
So let us
I
know.
might have to switch up my routine.
Yeah. It's all about experience at this point. Right. So that would be really good to know, because when my skin gets back to the way it should be, because I can't use an exfoliator right now, I'll get that back in my shower too, because that's where I like to use those pepperminty smells is in the shower in the morning. I really, really like that. So
I store mine upside down because of that.
have you tried shaking yours as well, Allison, or does you think it's the heat?
I think it's just the consistency of the Clarify. I haven't had a hard time with it being slippery at all, but I think also just I squeeze too much out. But I've started doing it upside down so that when I do open it, none comes out that I don't want, and that has helped a ton.
Yeah, I will try that too.
That is part of our own habits as to how much cleanser we think we need when we don't need that much of the Clarify, right?
Yes.
That'll be, yeah. So let's experiment with that and see if any of that matters. So storing it upside down, like I know I have one of those racks that hangs over the shower head. I think I could do that in there. That could help. And I'm just watching to see like what's the difference if it's cold on the counter versus warm in the shower.
I did have a friend that is an esthetician tell me that I should try to use Clarify on a dry face with dry hands and then try using it with a damp face with damp hands to see the difference. And I thought that was interesting. And the directions say damp face, and that's my preference because my skin's so sensitive. But if someone was looking for definitely a day of more exfoliation, using it dry, you're going to get that heavier exfoliation dry. So thought I'd share that.
That is good to know. Okay, the dogs are coming. They figured out where I was hiding. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, I think that's about it. My local girls, we will get a date together so we can meet up. Maria, I was bragging about you already for adding that boards link to boards. And Allison is going to revisit that when she gets time for adding some verbiage somehow.
Okay.
And if you have a tip, Maria, on how we can, or if we cannot add verbiage to the post, let us know before we get too deep into it, because we'd like to be able to copy paste out what Allison's already created for her launch party.
Okay.
To go, this is what you post first, and here's the verbiage, and here's the picture.
So what I usually do is I will label them. I will title them like 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D. Like if you have different choices of different photos for people to pick from, and then maybe a verbiage, you can put text, and now we can actually add videos. And I upgraded mine to a business boards, so I can actually upload videos too. So if anybody ever wants to do a little video for one of the, how many days you guys want to do a party for, we can do that now too.
Ooh, that's very cool.
Yeah. So that you guys can just pull off whatever you need. So yeah, we can do text, we can do PDFs, we can do videos, any kind of video now. It doesn't have to just be YouTube, and photos. So I will, as I haven't had a chance to drop it in there yet, but once I do, I will organize it. Like if you have different days, and I will title it like 1A, 1B for day 1, day 2, day 3, depending on how many days you guys want me to go out.
Perfect.
Okay. So
Amazing.
we can add as many things as you want to whatever day you need.
Okay. All right, I'm getting the you should upgrade to pro right now, so let's go ahead and close this out. But thank you guys. I wanted to record it just because it was kind of a last minute, not on any kind of consistent schedule right now, because I'm not on it. So thank you for coming. And we have a couple things to work on. So we'll get back to you on a date. We'll get back to you on possibly doing a team challenge that will be kind of a wash your face challenge. I don't know all the details yet. Anything else I promised? Allison's got some homework. If you see somebody say, please boost my post, follow the link and just comment on the post. If you've never done it before, just comment on the post and help her boost her algorithm, and feel free to do the same. Share your posts and we will go comment on those posts as well. All right,
Awesome.
I love you guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.